Previously on Dark Knights of Steel, Krypton, the home planet of Ilse, dies from its core. To save unborn Kal-El's life, both Jordan and Laura enters into a spaceport to begin their journey to Earth. The family soon crashes into Earth's medieval ages. As the story races forward to 19 years, the Ilse have become a royal family now, complete with a castle and their Dark Knight, Bruce Wayne. As the protector of the Elves, Bruce visits a nearby village to find the assassin who is hired to kill Jor-El, and the assassin is none other than the medieval incarnations of Black Canary. She screams at Bruce with her powerful canary cry, but despite of her great effort to kill Bruce, he is still alive. As she keeps the pressure on Bruce, Kal quickly gets between them and stops her canary cry. Despite his successful victory, Bruce returns to Kingdom with a sullen look. He visits King Jor-El with his concerns about dark magic lies inside of him. But Jor-El informs him that he is actually his son. But before he can finish his words, he gets killed by a glowing arrow thrown by this universe's Green Arrow. Driven by rage and anger, Bruce chases down the archer and cuts off his arm. After hearing her father's horrible fate, Zala Jor-El, sister of Kal-El, committed a violent crime. In retribution against King Jefferson for the death of her father, she infiltrates Kingdom of Storms in the middle of the night. She takes Jefferson's son by flying him way up into the sky and kills him by dropping him into the ground. Welcome to ComicsTube YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll review Chapter 3 of Dark Knights of Steel. So if you are new here, a sub to this channel would be highly appreciated, and also turn on all the notifications to never miss any future uploads. Please like, comment and share. All the text and images are owned by its respected company. You can support them by purchasing it digitally or from any offline stores. The chapter opens with Jimmy Olsen, who gazes at the stars and sees a strange rock fall from the sky. It reveals that the rock is actually a kryptonite stone, which serves as a clear threat to the Jor-El family. Soon the arrival of the rock spreads into the court of Ilse. Bruce tells them he and Alfred will head to the lands of Magnus and investigate the situation because they must not ignore the prophecy. As Queen Laura approves their request, Bruce and Alfred quickly headed to the Magnus. However, some other people have already observed the celestial object's arrival, such as the Metal Men, who head for the rock's location. But before they can get their hands on it, they are being stopped by Zala Jor-El. After that, she brutally kills them and burning them to ash with her heat vision. Then in the next panel we see Lois visits to Amazon Island to deliver the message about King Jefferson's arrival. Back in the show, Jefferson proposed Hippolyta to go inside the ship to discuss about the dire situation caused by Zala Jor-El. Inside of the ship, when Hippolyta asks Jefferson, did he kill Jor-El? Jefferson admits that he did because he could not ignore the threat they posed any longer. That threat, Zala Jor-El killed his son Jacob, who was so much gifted, had the power to summon the rain, which they have not seen for generations, and Zala took him from them. She smiled when she did the crime. Then Jefferson skillfully manipulates Queen Hippolyta and forcing her to allegiance with him in this upcoming war against the House of El. But Diana not able to believe all of Jefferson's words. Due to Diana's deep love for her partner Zala, she abandons her mother, her country, and chases her girlfriend possibly to join with the court of El. Later, when Jefferson going back to his home, up in the sky, he sees a floating object, which is none other than Zala Jor-El. Enraged by his son's death, Jefferson throws a massive thundershock at her, causing her to go down below the deep ocean. But before they can understand anything, a giant tornado rips their ship. Jefferson quickly commands his people to abandon the ship, but before he can finish his words, Zala kills him by impaling a wooden spike right through his chest. Back in the land of Magnus, Bruce and Alfred discovers the dead bodies of the metal men who were killed by Zala Jor-El. While investigating the murder spot, Bruce finds a kryptonite stone. As Alfred picks it up to show him, the kryptonite stone weakens him as Kryptonian blood running through his vein. Alfred quickly throws the stone far from his distance. When Bruce tries to tell Alfred about his true origin, Alfred tells him he knows all of it and it is time he learned the truth. With such a shocking reveals of the weakness of Batman's power, the chapter 3 of Dark Knights of Steel comes to a close. Which part you like the most? Please comment down below, and also please subscribe to this channel as this will motivate me to make more contents. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.